One winter evening, just before New Year's Eve, there was a girl walking through a snow-covered street. She was barefoot because her shoes had fallen off her feet. She didn't leave any warm clothes because her family was too poor to afford them. She was holding a pile of photos wrapped in the hem of her skirt. I know this story, I don't want to listen to it. Even though it was very cold, she couldn't go back home until she sold at least a few of the matches. She was afraid that her father would beat her harshly if she didn't bring money back with her. This story has nothing to do with me. It's stuck. The girl sat at the sidewalk, hunched over her legs because of the cold. In the surrounding window, she saw happy families sitting down to dinner. She wished she could be there. She missed that warmth, but she was all alone there on the street. In order to warm up, she lit one of the matches. She imagined the little flame was actually a hot stove in a cozy place, but when she moved, the match went out. How long will you continue this? I know the end. So she lit another, quickly, poured the whole onto her kitchen. The one went out too, leaving the girl freezing in a dark night. She still had a lot of matches, but she knew that every one of them would only give her a portion of the truth of the world. The families behind the windows had more bad stories. Even if she lit all of them at once, the heat would disappear quickly, leaving her nothing. She started to resent the happy around her more and more. Why was she the only one to suffer? Why did she have to die alone in this freezing cold? There was no answer to her questions. In the end, she decided to warn herself. To warn everybody. With her last match, she set the city aflame. Her summer disappeared, along with the happiness of the people. Katie turns her gaze from the chimney as if afraid the flame will consume her too. That story ends in a totally different way. Where's the falling star? Where's her grandmother? You made a devil from that poor girl. It's my fault. You can't change the story that much. It loses its meaning. I don't think so. To be honest, I like the original story too. This version seems more real to me. Why would the heroine hate those people so much? It's not their fault that their lives were all happened. Does a person need to feel hatred to kill somebody? But I have no idea. Can you tell me the real story? Can you tell me what you really is? How does this story end? This story has no ending yet. Without saying a word, I wait for Katie to start. When you come my dearest friend left me, I was living alone with my uncle, because I never liked the man. He lost his wife years ago, and since then he drifted away from the home. When I ended up in his house after he was the only relative I had. I was surprised that he didn't protest after hearing I would be leaving him. I don't think he cared either. He didn't care about me. We were just living together. Together, but somehow apart. I was tiring myself with those thoughts all this time, trying to not think about them. I avoided school. I didn't want to talk to anybody. My absence caused problems for me. Yet it's not noticing me. I just behave myself as if to ignore me. I felt better over time when I talked myself into believing that his life was much more miserable than mine. I started to look after him. I didn't care that he wasn't grateful. He just hated me more and more. He wanted things just like me. I didn't even stop when he hit me for the first time. I felt tears pricking my eyes, but I just smiled. He hit me once again, and I just got up and started to pick up pieces of a broken pot. I know how it is. I was pathetic, but I couldn't stop. But he didn't have to do this to you. He didn't have to. Or maybe it was something that he meant more talking nonsense. If he needed to take his anger out, he'd do it another way, not abuse you. I needed him to live. He needed me. And you accepted the state of affairs until the very end. I didn't care about it. I was only waiting to come back. I left my uncle. I left my uncle and I finally found him. You left him for dead. Damn, this guy is an asshole. No, I wouldn't do such a thing. What about the fire? Katie's cheeks flush. She still has her back to the fireplace, standing as she wished she could have moved further away from the dancing flames. This evening, he came home late, so I got out of bed to wake his summer up. I'm just sure if he was drunk or just angry, but I brought him the plate of food. He caught my hand and threw me against the wall. He sighed the chimney harder than ever before. This time I wasn't able to smile. Even though I tried so hard, he probably understood me a bit did it this time. When I looked up, I saw that the curtain near the window was burning. The flames were moving to the bookcase and the armchair. I don't know what sparked the fire. Maybe it was a cigarette break from my uncle. Maybe it was beating me. Maybe it was something else. He wasn't paying attention to what was happening around him. He was looking at me with terror in his eyes. He looked like he had seen something petrified, like a ghost from the past. It scared me. I managed to get up and pushed him away as hard as I could. He fell like a plastic mannequin, and I ran outside. You managed to run from the fire, but what happened to your uncle? Did he manage to get out safely? I don't know. Probably yes. I see, I'm sorry for changing it, but you've been holding something in your hand all that time. I've wanted to ask you about it since you got here. She tightens her fingers around the mysterious object. It's nothing important. I'm under the impression that it's quite the opposite. Why don't you just show it to me? I don't want you to see it. This is the last piece of the puzzle. Please open your hand. Her face is strained. It's clear she's fighting with herself. Perhaps she hoped that the object would disappear. She opens her hand slowly. In her palm lies a copper key. Katie looks at it and tears start to fall from her eyes. The words stick to her throat. It's the key to our door. Why do you have it? It wasn't the door when I ran out of the house. I guess Uncle forgot to take it out. That's all. Why are you crying then? Tears are pouring down Katie's face now as she struggles to speak. I didn't want him to leave. What did you do? I turned the key, locked the door, and I ran. I ran towards the forest to find you. Do you think that you might have killed him? Surely a grown man would be able to get out of a house like that. Maybe through a window? I don't know. I think something happened to him after I pushed him. He wasn't moving. He was just looking at the ceiling, and the flames is closing in above us. He might have hit his head. He might have been trying to follow me, and the fire could have cut off his way to the windows. I don't know. If something happened to him, it wouldn't be only his fault. It's true that you killed, but you didn't kill him. You killed the whole fake world you were living in. Are you trying to comfort me? Do you feel sorry for him? Do you still think that all the things we did weren't his fault? Maybe you forgive him and punished yourself instead. Did you regret accepting and doing all the things he did to you the whole time? I may be crying for both of us. We're so miserable. When I saw how he looked at me today, I was lying on the floor. I knew that he realized that too. If he stayed there, that was his choice. Katie grips the key again and wipes the tears away with her sleeve. Will you finish off your story now? She sits on the couch, just in front of the window. I sit next to her. It takes a moment until she's able to continue. I can see this evening has exhausted her. It's almost the end. I got out. I ran to the forest, paying no attention to the fact I only had my pajamas on. I ran as fast as I could. My stomach was hurting more and more. I felt blood in my mouth. I couldn't stop crying. I was thinking about dozens, unable to focus on any of them. And I saw a dim light far in front of me, and I knew I found the person I was missing so much. I couldn't feel anything but dull pain. I couldn't keep walking. I wanted to get here so badly. I kept moving towards this little shining pot of light until it changed into a girl's window. I felt a burst of energy, opened the door and ran inside. I'm sorry that you only found the shadow of the man you cared about so much. It doesn't matter anymore. You don't have to apologize. I wanted to meet you here anyway. His brother's somewhere far away. He's probably forgotten all about me. Maybe he has forgotten, but maybe he remembers. What has his fate been like? Maybe as tragic as Kato's? It's real. I recognize it from the beginning. Everything seems so familiar. And then memories. And all my grandpa's radio, the chimney, the clock, the furniture, even the scent, and the way you look here. Is it your real face? I don't know who you are. I'm grateful to you for staying here with me tonight. I smiled. It's the end of the story. A story of loneliness and sadness. We should be leaving now. Katie rested her head on my shoulder. Her eyes still puffy from crying, slowly closed. Her voice comes down to a whisper. Just a moment, so warm and innocent. It's because you're covered by a white gate, the warmest one. Well, folks, that was Kolderka. And I would say that was a rather decent story, apart from some grammar mistakes. Certainly a lot better story than I read from last time. But in saying that, have a good day, gentlemen and ladies.